Okay, well, I guess this is my last video for Facebook since I'm not even allowed to have a Dear Diary, or else Eric, that's fucking proof evidence of look how much I've traumatized her. Oh my god, she's traumatized. Now we better fucking hold it against her. What a nightmare, what a nightmare. I said no to sex. I said no to sex, and this man has controlled my life ever since. And the courts back him up based on look at how much he's traumatized her. She must be traumatized. He uses my childhood. His dad hit him with a flat shovel, took him away from his mom when he was really young, hit him with a baseball, called him the other son, he married Angel after she married somebody else. He's got no issues whatsoever just because he never went to counseling. I went to counseling because of our marriage, and I have had it used against me since the day one, even though my counselor said being a mother was my strength. Jason Benjamin threw out one other paragraph of an intake of two counselors who falsified my medical records, yet they act like I should be just ready to jump into counseling again. Yeah, that really appeals to me. Look what they've done to me already by falsifying my records. This is supposed to be an equal rights, no fault state, and he's supposed to be equally investigated. So when is he investigated? He basically said, oh, yeah, well, we can see that he's had a problem with alcohol, but he obviously doesn't have one anymore because he said so. And the kids are getting good grades because they know better. They know better. He knows better from my first custody case. And the kids have gotten good grades their whole lives. What does that prove? What does that prove? They were torn away from their mother at 11 and 13. This is a travesty of justice. It's against my rights. It's been an illegal, unbelievably shocking nightmare. So I guess if I don't post to Facebook for the next 3 months, I don't have mental health issues. No, I'm going to try to call the news. So to recap, first of all, he's trying to use 3 days in New York from 7 years ago, and I say, F you. I'm tired of rehashing 3 days. If 3 days 7 years ago traumatized him that bad, then obviously that just shows how important I really am. So I'm really done dealing with that. As far as recently, this is where we are at. I tried to go to counseling to save a marriage because he had a heart attack, and his heart, it calmed down so much with his arms around me, the wife that he wouldn't leave even if she had cancer. As long as he could have sex with her belly button while tears rolled down her face, he was 100% behind my back. As soon as I said, no, I don't want you to bring any condoms, I just want to see my kids, then I became the bad guy, and it is unbelievable to me the courts have held up this man sexual harassment, and that this is a message being sent to my children who know their mother was doing nothing wrong but said no to sex. They know that for a fact. Okay. He left in April 2014. We hung out for the summer of 2014. Pictures were submitted to the court for that summer of me and the children. In July 2014, I went for an intake for them to tell him, dude, she doesn't have to be with you. We don't care what your story is. She can leave if she wants, and she still gets to see her kids. Instead, the woman falsified my records and then said, oh, you're making him sad because the bank statements I submitted that show a dildo purchase and alcohol purchase on the same evening must all been from Erica, who never drinks. Right. Okay. On my birthday in 2015, February 19th, he said, I could have sex with him. I told him no. And I have not been able to see my kids since. In early April of 2015, my son marked like on Jessica Powell videos, said that he gets happy now by making me and Jessica cry. Asked me to come pick him up. And when I got there, things had changed. I don't know if he drugged Jessica, what happened. All I know is that Nathan then denied it, and he was obviously going to stay there. And Eric tried to claim that he did it. He knows nothing about computers. He doesn't press likes. He's never done it since or before. That was my son crying for help. So what did he do? He went and got a restraining order, lied to the court, because there has been no proof of paranoid schizophrenia, which is what his accusation was then. I was trying to protect me and my children, and the courts gave him a restraining order instead. They have not investigated him once. So saying that I have no proof of sexual attack on my kids, bull crap. I have my psychology degree and my observations of their behavior, and there have been no further investigations thanks to Mr. Christensen hiding. Once the kidnapper has not been investigated, the person traumatized by the kidnapping has been the accused and the criminal. Says I'd really like to know where the freaking personal injury attorneys are.